In kinematics, first we need to understand rest and motion. A body is called at rest if its position does not change with time, and if the position changes with time, then the body is called in motion. Note that rest or motion are relative terms. That means rest or motion depends upon the observer who observes the motion. And now motion, it is of two types: kinematics and dynamics. In kinematics, cause of motion is not necessarily defined, and in dynamics, cause of motion should be well defined. That means in kinematics, we might have given an object that is accelerating with acceleration 5 meter per second squared, but in dynamics, if an object is moving with acceleration 5 meter per second squared, then there should be any cause of motion. That might be force in this case. And now we will understand some definitions. Number 1, position vector. A vector representing the position of a particle is called position vector. In x, y, z coordinate, if the position of a particle P is x1, y1, z1, then this will be position vector of point P denoted by R, and position vector of point P, it will be x1 times I cap for x direction and y1 j cap for y direction and g1 times k cap for g direction. And number 2, displacement vector. This change in the position vector is called displacement vector. Suppose this is initial position of the particle and this is final position of the particle, then this change, it is displacement vector. Displacement vector, it is final position minus initial position. For example, suppose the initial position is x1, y1, z1 and the final position is x2, y2, z2, then displacement vector, it will be change in position vector, that will be final position minus initial position, and it is x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus g2 k cap minus x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus g1 k cap, that will be x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus g2 minus g1 k cap. And number 3, distance. it is D. Measure of path length travelled by the particle and number 4 displacement. It is the vector joining initial to final position. Note that distance it is always greater than equal to magnitude of displacement. And displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points and during a motion distance always increases, but displacement might increase or decrease. For example, if a person is at point A and if it moves to point B, that is 5 meters away from point A, then distance it is 5 meters and displacement it is again 5 meters in I direction. And in the second case, if a person is at point A and if it moves to point B, that is again 5 meters away from point A, then from point B it comes back to point C, that is 4 meters away from point B, then in this case distance it is 5 meters plus 4 meters, that will be 9 meters, and displacement it will be 5 meters in I direction and 4 meters in negative I direction, that will be 1 meter in I direction. Number 5, average speed. It is the ratio of distance to the time taken. That means average speed it is distance divided by time. Note that during the motion distance always increases. But average speed might increase or decrease. And number 6, average velocity. It is the ratio of displacement to the time taken. That means average velocity it will be displacement divided by time. Note that average velocity is a vector quantity. And the direction of average velocity is same as the direction of displacement. For example, this is point A, this is point B, and if a person is moving on this path, then if we join A to B, then this will be displacement vector. So the direction of average velocity it will be same as the direction of displacement vector. Number 7, instantaneous speed. It is the rate of change of distance that means V, it is ds upon dt. And number 8, instantaneous velocity. It is d, rate of change of displacement. Instantaneous velocity, it is rate of change of displacement. Note that instantaneous velocity is a vector quantity. And the direction of instantaneous velocity is given by the tangent drawn on the path of the particle. For example, from point A to point B, a particle is moving on this path. It is path, and at this point, if we make a tangent, then it is the direction of instantaneous velocity. At this point, if we make a tangent, then it is the direction of instantaneous velocity. At this point, if we make a tangent, then it is the direction of instantaneous velocity. And the magnitude of instantaneous velocity is equal to instantaneous speed. Magnitude of instantaneous velocity is equal to instantaneous speed. Number 9, average acceleration. It is the ratio of change in velocity to the time taken average acceleration denoted like this. It is change in velocity divided by time taken. So average acceleration, it is delta v divided by delta t, and delta v, it is final velocity minus initial velocity. And note that average acceleration is a vector and the direction is along the direction of delta v. And number 10, instantaneous acceleration. It is the rate of change of velocity a, it is dv upon dt, and instantaneous acceleration is a vector and its direction is along the net force on the body. Now, time for some examples. First example, on a circular path, center is O, this point is A, this point is B, and a particle is moving from point A to point B in 2 seconds. Radius of the circle is 2 meters, and we have to find distance, displacement, average speed, and average velocity. So distance, it will be simply circumference 2 pi r divided by 4, that will be 2 pi, and radius is 2 divided by 4, that will be pi meter, and displacement if we join A to B, then OB, it will be also 2. So displacement, it will be magnitude of AB, that will be root under 2 squared plus 2 squared, that will be 2 root 2 meter. In the vector form, we can say that displacement, it is 2 in minus I direction and 2 in j direction, and average speed, it will be distance divided by time, that will be pi divided by 2 meter per second, and average velocity, it will be displacement divided by time, that will be 2 root 2 divided by 2, and it is root 2 meter per second. Example 2. A car is moving along east with speed 10 meter per second, and after 10 seconds it is moving along north with speed 10 meter per second, and we have to find change in velocity and average acceleration. So initial velocity, it will be 10 meter per second in I cap direction. Final velocity, it is 10 meter per second in j cap direction. So change in velocity, it will be final velocity minus initial velocity, that will be 10 meter per second j cap minus 10 meter per second I cap, and we can find magnitude of change in velocity, that will be root under 10 squared plus 10 squared, that will be 10 root 2 along north west direction, and average acceleration, it will be change in velocity over change in time, and change in velocity is 10 root 2, and change in time is 10 seconds. That will be root 2 meter per second squared, and in the same direction example 3. A person is moving from point A to point B, that is 100 meter apart. From A to B, he moves with speed 10 meter per second. Then return from B to A, and at this time speed is 5 meter per second. Then we have to find average speed and average velocity. So total distance is 100 plus 100, that will be 200, and total time it will be 100 divided by 10 plus 100 divided by 5, and it is 10 plus 20, that will be 30 second, and total displacement it will be 100 meter in I direction and 100 meter in negative I direction, that will be 0. So average speed it will be distance 200 divided by time 30, that will be 20 divided by 3 meter per second, and average velocity it will be displacement divided by time, that will be 0. Example 4. This is point A, this is point B, this is point C, such that AC and BC is equal. From A to C, a person moves with speed V1. From C to B, it moves with speed V2. Now we have to find average speed. So if this distance is x, then this distance it will be also x. And now time from A to C, it is distance divided by speed, and time from C to B is distance divided by speed. So total time it is x divided by V1 plus x divided by V2, and total distance is x plus x. Total distance is x plus x, that is 2x. So average speed it will be 2x divided by x divided by V1 plus x divided by V2, that will be 2 V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2,